Good afternoon. I'm thrilled to join you today to celebrate the lives of four women, each of whom sequentially was married to one figure key to the history of the Netherlands. It's a joy also to celebrate the contributions of a large number of talented female scholars who further our knowledge about women in the early modern period. And I'm delighted too at this launch of Willem of Orange's wives' letters to provide context about where the letter descriptions will sit, as well as about how these four women, daughters, wives, mothers, communicators all, will become increasingly connected within networks traced through reassembled correspondence. Letters are by their nature scattered, and unless each sender maintains a meticulous recording system, it's extremely difficult later to account for them all. Yet if we wish to begin to understand the written conversations of our predecessors, we need to track down, record, and connect as many of their letters as possible. Early Modern Letters Online, EMLO, is a union catalogue of listings of 16th, 17th, 18th, and early 19th century letters. It's been working for 13 years now with scholars and students, with archives and archivists, with publishers and research projects around the world, all of whom are focused on or curate or publish early modern letters. In numerous catalogues and databases, it's hard to search collectively for women. We're reduced to looking through names in search of the Annes, the Elizabeths, or Marys. In EMLO, however, when information is assembled on letter writers and recipients, gender is always recorded. Two colleagues, James de Bell and Kim McLean-Fiander, secured funding to enable this gender search facility made available in the public interface of EMLO and to launch Women's Early Modern Letters Online, WEMLO. What EMLO and WEMLO nestled within it collect and list are details of letters, names of the senders and recipients, the date of the letter, the place it was written, where it was sent to, the language it's written in, and where versions of the letter might be found physically or located online. Descriptions may be brief or they may be detailed. EMLO has over 100 fields that may be employed. You see here one of Anna of Saxony's letters to her husband. From its page in EMLO, links lead to other databases where further information is available. Here, the Willem of Orange letter database, and to images of the manuscript itself at the Royal Collections. It's a slow process to reassemble and describe correspondence. At present, EMLO displays in its public interface descriptions for about 174,000 letters, including 18,000 by or to women, 31,000 person records, including 2,650 early modern women. And the letters span the years 1500 to 1800. They're exchanged across 6 continents. And the more inventories come together, the more connections are made, not just between early modern individuals, but also for the scholars at work on them today. You glimpse a detail of the key role Ineke and her team occupy in the 21st century network of EMLO scholars, and we're so proud to celebrate the invaluable and significant scholarly contributions made by over 220 individual women. Where the wives of William form 4 individual catalogues, these combine to make a collection. My colleague Anne Ryan has provided the visuals. You see the wives marked in purple. In turn, the 4 wives make up part of a larger collection of the correspondences of other stadtholders' wives, also gathered by Ineke and her team. These stadtholders' wives, top right, are in green. And then this collection of women who wielded significant soft power at key moments of European history is situated within a broader collection of letters by, to, or mentioning women. These WEMLO women are marked in blue on the bottom left. Finally, to set this in wider context still, WEMLO is embedded within and connected to the backdrop of EMLO, and that's where the universe stretches out, bottom right. So this is the context in which the wives of Willem of Orange are situated from today. I'd like to finish by thanking Ineke and Anna Shireen for their dedicated work, Femke Dean for her contribution, EMLO's editorial and technical team in Oxford for their work behind the scenes, and I'd like to pay tribute to the wide network of scholars, students, archivists, interns, volunteers, technical wizards, and projects who have made publication of so many women's letters possible in WEMLO. It's thanks to this collective endeavour that the voices of women are finally beginning to emerge. Thank you. Enjoy these letters, and enjoy the celebration.